Hi, Mr. Wilson. My name is Steven. I spoke to Caitlin earlier today, and she said it would be okay if I went ahead and shot this video and sent it over to you. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over three things that you can start doing today that will actually help you start showing up above your competition when people search for your services online. Now, by the end of this video, you can see that I do have the know-how to get this done. You can reach back out, we can chat, or you can just take this information, either pass it on to your current marketing company or implement it yourself. But the three things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but we are focused on your primarily on your front page. Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the front pages of these service-based uh, this industry, their websites, right? This gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords. This is basically the keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services. So I went ahead and pulled up the main competitor, and I'm using Asheville as the main example here because you do serve Asheville, and they by far get the most search volume for people searching for your services. This is Gentry Service Group, and they're currently coming up number one for most of these HVAC related services. I went ahead and plugged their website into a tool that I subscribe to called SE Ranking. This tool basically gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank web pages. Now, their site, this gentryservice.com, is currently being found for 753 keywords. And over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 409 times. I went ahead and threw your website into the same tool, all about heat and airnc.com. Your website is currently being found for 552 keywords, and it was clicked on 139 times in the past 30 days. So we can actually go back. Let's look at our competitor here, and this tool allows us to click on this keywords number right here. And when we do that, it's going to pull up all the keywords they're currently being found for. We're not interested in every single one of those words. We're interested in a select few, well, more than a few. We're interested in what we call location-based buyer intent keywords, like HVAC Asheville. That's somebody looking for a service, right? This term alone was searched almost 600 times in the past 30 days. Heating and cooling, Asheville, NC, another 260, right? And so we'd want to go down here and we can actually filter these out by locations, all the locations you service, and make sure that you have all of them on your site. And I know you do have quite a few. So I actually clicked on your 552, and you have a lot of the branded one, which is good. You have that HVAC Henderson NC, which you're in sixth position, right, for that, but we want to get you up to that first position. But you can see the difference here. This Hendersonville gets about half the search volume as Asheville, which is why I'm using Asheville as an example. See right down here, you are showing up for HVAC Asheville NC, but you're on page 2, right? And the goal is to get you on page 1, preferably on the top of page 1. So that would be the first thing. The foundation is your content. You'd want to make sure you have all those top keywords that people are searching for, which it looks like you may have, but we're not positive, right? We'd have to dig a little bit deeper into that. So the next thing I'd like to go over are citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC Asheville NC or even HVAC Hendersonville NC, this applies to all these searches. I'm just using HVAC Asheville NC as an example. But when people are searching these, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these three businesses. This is the map pack. This has to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people are under the impression that it is mostly about your reviews that will get you, whoever has the best and most reviews will get ranked into this top three, and that's not necessarily the case. If it was, Mountain Air would be on top because they have a 4.9 star average with a lot more reviews, right? So it's not that. There's actually two main drivers here, and that's proximity and what we call citations. Now, proximity, we don't have too much control over unless you move, right? But you don't have to be right in Asheville. As you can see, Arden is in here. They're in Arden. They still rank in here. But as long as you're close, if you're closer to Hendersonville, that's where we're going to want to kind of focus our efforts here. But either way, citations, like I said, citations are what we have control over. And a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. And some examples of these citations are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. There's quite a few. I'm sure you have quite a few, but it's usually the businesses that have the most of these high quality and industry related citations that end up getting up in this map pack, as long as their reviews aren't, completely in the trash, and they've got, you don't have to have a whole lot, but at least over 20 or something like that. Now, what you could do is you could actually Google the top 100 directories for citation building, and then also the top HVAC industry related directories for citations, and you'll want to make sure you're in as many of those as you can get into. Okay. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list, and the number one spot here will capture anywhere between 30 to 50% of all the clicks. So the map pack gets more, right, between 40 to 60%, but it is split up between these three businesses. This is 30 to 50 all by itself, which makes it, in most cases, the most clicked on position on the page. So the main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now, when we're talking about backlinks, it's essentially you have these other websites, and say, for example, some of them have a link on one of their pages that when that link is clicked, it links back to your website. This is an example of a backlink. Now, Google uses backlinks as sort of an online referral system, and the more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to your website, the better. So, for example, say you have a popular industry-related site or a local blog page even, and that's linking back to you. That's what's actually going to help push your website up in Google's rankings. Okay. Let's go back and revisit this tool that I showed you earlier, and this is Gentry Service again. And before we were looking at this organic traffic section, now I want to pay attention to this section over here that says referring domains and backlinks. Now, to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for what people are searching for. But once they find you, they've got to determine where they're going to place you on their list. And that is all determined by backlinks. And not so much the backlinks themselves, but where they're coming from. So our competitor currently has 1.1 thousand backlinks coming from 293 other websites. They call them referring domains here. Your website currently has 123 backlinks coming from 54 other websites. So there's a bit of a disparity in numbers here, but the good news is it really isn't about the numbers. It's about the quality of the websites they're getting their backlinks from. So we can go back to our competitor, and we want to take a look at these referring domains. So we can click on that 293. That's going to bring up all 293 websites that they're currently getting backlinks from. Now, it would be beneficial to go through a list like this and go through all of them. This has 15 pages, and not all at once, of course, but over time, just go ahead and acquire all those backlinks. Once that's done, this is assuming your content and your keywords are right. This would actually put you in contention for that number one spot. Right? Like I said, it would take some time, but to really ensure that number one spot, after you did that, just month over month, go ahead and acquire anywhere between 10 to 20 more backlinks every month from highly relevant sources, other websites, that would eventually put you on top and keep you on top. Now, just to recap, first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are going to be citations. That has to do with this section here. You want to be in as many of those top 100 directories for citation building, and then also as many of the HVAC industry related directories as you can. Lastly, are backlinks. You need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Asheville, Hendersonville, all the areas that you are servicing, right? Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information, pass it on to your marketing company, or implement it yourself. Or if you want, you can contact me. I live right here in North Carolina. My name's Steven. You can simply reply back to this email or give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, Mr. Wilson, I hope you have a really good day and stay warm out there. Bye-bye.